Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Minnesota Vikings. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. Getting to Gotw now out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. He throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Okay, ready. Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Vikings sit 3-0 here in the month of September. They're coming out a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to stop the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. They did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A gain there of 21 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. And that hits the crossbar and comes back no good. And by just a couple of inches, this remains a scoreless game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they're set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
Play action. Allen. He'll get this out to the side for ETN. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Flushed out right. This is Chase Claypool on the out of bounds right at the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. But we know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both. And he's able to complete for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field. Things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on him. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the ball.
He's got the connection to Moore. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting a stop. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing around the game.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because of the way kickers are nowadays. About a 52-yard field goal, they're going to give it up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure and more blitzing.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot and run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Connect on the out route with Ingram. Touchdown! Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jags will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they were in field goal range last time out.
It's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and set it for field goals.
And he will finally be taken out of bounds. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2nd and 11. and chased out left. And he whips that one incomplete there.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on third down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold him to 3. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take, punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. With the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles has been with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take it, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks her. And the Jags are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he's plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chase Claypool, 75 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. One play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
New Wonder now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football, and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On second down, Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they have to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
But it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, We can count on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside. Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive. But a chance gets tailed just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice drive there. Put together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, and he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
First down, run with Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to.
That's Cook in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook from 10 yards out, and the Vikings have come back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And that did what he did after the catch.
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some racks.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Allen off the play fake. Rolling to his right. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley, 59 yards. His guys are able to extend their lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. New Orleans now from his end zone. And
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. So Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's more on the return. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least in the field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield. Either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Allen's throw taken in by Ridley here.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Moore, the man in motion. Throwing on first down is Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gotw. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field into the second half, Charles. Remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. Most importantly,
when they went to the tunnel with a lead, they come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can find someone downfield. The guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Play action. Now it's Allen sliding out of the pocket. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about because he's milking the clock. Understanding clock management here on out.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Good play action, Allen. He'll buy some time right.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Throwing now is Allen. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Let's go. Come on. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Allen. Open to the right side is Ingram.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen completes it to Evan Ingram.
And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Go.
Allen. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley with career touchdown number 60. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Longer now for his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about the sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Jaguars take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24.
The score, Jaguars 34, Vikings 10.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
I kind of feel like the first and 2 die point in this game. They're going to try to pull off an impressive impressive comeback. It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy over just a little underneath route, just trying to fill out some space. And it worked all the way well. Not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll go down, but not before he gets inside the 30. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little bit creaky at the start, but they're warming up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Hit the 7-yard line. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
It is the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. They've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So the 3 points there in CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Here comes a return from a few steps in the end zone. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Allen now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got it in. That's more. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch in. Has come to a close. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be about 4 yards shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll try to run right on the option. He pitches it. And some room to roll now. And he'll be out right at the 35. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in the preseason, and all he talked about was building and bowling. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Fitzpatrick.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Charles Woodward's going on between his ears right now. It's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part there is those 6 inches between the ears. And right now, it's all those interceptions. interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll look to throw here on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled with big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On play action, no throw. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Now with a third down situation.
Ready. Pick me up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Third down, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14.
And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, don't look now. They've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I would be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your head or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off. Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there.
No doubt about it. It's like he did the ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Alert!
Again, they'll throw with Allen. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To the air, Allen. They'll roll him out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
This offense on third down today, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, Allen.
He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand until this drive reaches the end zone.
Rolling to his right. Allen hit. He lost the football, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. from the gun.
Allen, throw left side, taken in by Claypool.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They don't roll it.
So much for being conservative on that football. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Vikings are right back in this football game. Dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They'll set up a throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he comes in with one complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Let's go now.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of football as we get you reset. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw again. Sliding out of the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
18, line in. We gotta go. We got 19. Come 19. Go.
He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
2nd and short now following the fumble.
He'll set up to throw. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. That's 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
2nd and 5. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown!
Justin Jefferson.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
The point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. That's the best way to go and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Etienne up the middle.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
56, 56. Alert!
It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
And maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on to win this by just 1 possession.
Now the fourth quarter they wanted, but they didn't really win. They'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away.
So for the Jaguars, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.